For what purpose does the gentleman from Virginia seek recognition?
I move to suspend the rules and pass the bill, H.R. 3073.
The clerk will report the title of the bill.
Union Calendar Number 440, H.R. 3073, a bill to confer jurisdiction on the state of Utah with respect to civil causes of action arising on or within the Indian lands of the Shivwits Band of Paiutes and for other purposes.
Pursuant to the rule, the gentleman from Virginia, Mr. Whitman, and the gentlewoman from Maryland, Miss Elfreth, each will control 20 minutes. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Virginia.
Madam Speaker, I ask unanimous consent that all members have 5 legislative days to revise and extend their remarks and to include extraneous material on H.R. 3073, the bill
Without
now
objection.
under consideration.
Without objection.
Madam Speaker, I yield myself such time as I may consume.
The gentleman is recognized.
Madam Speaker, in 2022, a 10th Circuit Court of Appeals case studied the Shivwits Band of Paiutes accordingly due to the opportunity for economic development when the court ruled that Utah state courts lacked the jurisdiction to hear cases involving on-reservation conduct. If an issue were to arise between the tribe and an outside investor, there would be no guarantee that a state court could intervene. As a result, outside groups have grown hesitant to work with the Shivwits Band. H.R. 3073, the Shivwits Band of Paiutes Jurisdictional Clarity Act, introduced by Ms. Malloy of Utah, would clarify in statute that the Utah state courts hold jurisdiction over civil cases involving members of the Shivwits Band on their tribal land. In addition, this legislation would follow congressional precedent by amending the Long-Term Leasing Act to allow Shivwits Band to lease land held in trust for up to 99 years. I want to commend Ms. Malloy for her work on behalf of her constituency. I support this bill, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentleman reserves. The gentlewoman is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise in support of H.R. 3073, offered by my friend from Utah, Representative Malloy. H.R. 3073 would confer civil jurisdiction to the state of Utah over actions arising on or within the lands of the Shivwits Band of Paiutes. Under this legislation, these civil causes of action could be heard in Utah state courts, providing both the tribe and outside partners with a clear forum to resolve disputes. The bill also amends the Long-Term Leasing Act to allow the band to lease their lands for up to 99 years. Similar amendments have been enacted for a number of other tribes, and this bill provides the band with that same authority. I urge support for the bill to help address challenges the band has faced in pursuing economic development opportunities, and I reserve the balance of my time.
The gentlelady reserves. The gentleman from Arkansas is now recognized.
Madam Speaker, I yield 3 minutes to the gentlewoman from Utah, the lead sponsor of this bill, Ms. Malloy.
Gentlewoman is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today in support of my bill, H.R. 3073, the Shivwits Band of Paiutes Jurisdictional Clarity Act. This narrow bill gives a tribal neighbor a fair opportunity to pursue economic development and build a stronger future for their people. My office has worked closely with leaders from the Shivwits Band of Paiutes to understand the challenges they're facing. This legislation is the result of those conversations and reflects the solutions the tribe believes will help them move forward while serving their members. The Shivwits Band wants to pursue economic opportunities on their lands, but the recent decision from the 10th Circuit Court of Appeals that's already been mentioned placed new barriers in the way, complicating, maybe even threatening their economic plans. The court held that even when a tribe clearly waives sovereign immunity in a contract and consents to a state court's jurisdiction, state courts may still lack authority to hear disputes unless a series of additional requirements are met, requirements that are not easy to meet. Those hurdles created uncertainty for the Shivwits Band in attracting potential business partners. Without clarity for business partners, opportunities for the band would be lost. Leaders from the Shivwits Band have spoken clearly on the need for a better path forward, and this is what they said in their own words. The Shivwits tribe and local community leaders have found a new way forward, collaboration instead of conflict, and cooperation instead of contention. This bill allows the tribe to align those interests with potential business partners that can help drive economic development on reservations. H.R. 3073 provides that path forward. It clarifies that Utah state courts can resolve certain civil disputes involving the Shivwits Band when those disputes arise from agreements where the band has clearly and voluntarily waived sovereign immunity. At the same time, the bill fully preserves tribal sovereignty. Nothing in this legislation forces the tribe to waive immunity. The choice remains entirely theirs. And for those reasons, I urge my colleagues to support H.R. 3073, and I yield back.
Madam Speaker, I have no further requests for time, and I'm prepared to close, but I continue to reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserves. Gentlelady is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I have no further requests for time, and we are prepared to close. I reserve.
Gentlewoman reserves. Gentleman is now recognized to close.
I have no further requests for time, and I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman reserved. Gentlewoman is now recognized.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I again commend my colleague from Utah, and I urge my colleagues to support this legislation. I yield the balance of my time.
Gentlewoman yields back. Gentleman from Virginia is recognized again.
Madam Speaker, H.R. 3073 ensures that the Shivwits Band of Paiutes sovereignty remains intact while offering legal certainty and economic development with outside investors. Additionally, the tribe would be able to lease its land for up to 99 years, as Congress has done previously for many other tribes. This creates new economic opportunities for the tribe, which are well-deserved. I thank Ms. Malloy for her work, and I urge the passage of H.R. 3073, and I yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields. The question is, will the House suspend the rules and pass the bill, H.R. 3073? Those in favor, say aye. Those opposed, no. In the opinion of the chair, 2/3 being in the affirmative, the rules are suspended, the bill is passed, and without objection, the motion to reconsider is laid on the table.